So, when you're talking to somebody and you're sharing something about your life, something you want this person to listen to, and after they hear what you said, they say something about their life, or they somehow throw something in about them and they make it about them. I think I can speak for everybody in saying that that's pretty annoying when people do that. It's annoying when you go to somebody and you're talking to somebody about something, and instead of just acknowledging and keeping the focus on what you're sharing with them, they make it about something in their experience. I have to admit that I am that person in a lot of situations. And even though it's innocent, because I feel like we listen to what people say, and in order to contribute something to the conversation, a lot of times we will contribute our own perspective, or this person might have said something that triggered something that happened in your life, and in order to contribute to the conversation or to add some dialogue, you might drift off and start talking about something that has to do with you. And as innocent as I want to make that, it is annoying and it's not right. In a lot of moments, you can make people mad by doing that. And that's something I really have to work on, and that's something that a lot of people have to work on, because again, as much as it bothers me, because I've had those moments where somebody made it about them, and I know how that made me feel. So it's fucked up that we really do things to people that we don't want done to us. Completely innocent human shit, but what's not okay is that you keep doing it and you don't change. And changing is not easy, bro. Because we naturally do shit. You in a moment and you might not even know you're doing something wrong until something slips out of your mouth. And then you gotta sit there and think, damn, I probably shouldn't have fucking said that. And, those moments are important. So I think I just want to, I know it's people out here it's a lot of us that do this. And I just want to challenge all of you, including me, that when people are talking to you about something, especially if you can visibly see that they're excited to share with you, just keep the focus on them. Even if they say something that triggers a thought and you want to share something about you, and even if it ain't a bad thought, you could be contributing something good about your own life. I just think it's better to just keep it focused on what that person is saying, and something I got to work on. And I think I know why we do that. I know why a lot of us do that. It's because, when somebody shares something with you, right? I think our natural instinct is to want to have a conversation, like a dialogue back and forth. You don't want to get words from a person and then just not have anything to say, but I think it's okay to not have anything to say. And you just acknowledge the person, Because when somebody's sharing with you, it's about what's going on with their experience, and you might not have anything to add. That's okay. Because you add based on your own experience. That's what you have the most to talk about. And I think that's how we find ourselves responding and making things about us when really it's not about us. So I think me and a lot of people have to learn how not to say whatever comes to mind. It's okay to not have anything to say. Now I do know there are moments where people will get offended, like if they share some information with you and you don't have enough of a response. You ever had that happen where it's like they'll probably say some shit to you like, well, you don't have anything to contribute, like you don't have nothing to say. Like I just told you all that and you just don't have nothing to say. So I don't know, man. Life is weird, but I do think it's just better and safer to not shift the dialogue onto your own life or your own perspectives when somebody's sharing something that has nothing to do with you. And that seems like a very simple thing, and it is. It's just learning how to control this. The stuff that comes out of your mouth, man, like it can be interpreted too. Like people interpret what you say. They don't know your intent. And your intent really doesn't matter, because if you say something that triggers a person, you have to acknowledge that you triggered them, and it's something that you could have controlled because you chose to speak on something. And I find myself in situations where, I might make a person upset over the same thing multiple times. And now I look like I don't really care about, the person's feelings, when really it's just bad habits. Bad habits. You get in these patterns of moving and communicating a certain way, and before you can even pinpoint that you're doing it, it's already been slipped. It's already been came out your mouth. And now you're in another situation where you have to apologize, you have to self-reflect. And it's in those moments you got to really do some work. You really got to do some self-work. You got to give genuine apologies to these people. And moving forward, you have to just work on yourself. You got to pinpoint the specific thing that you did that you don't want to do anymore. So that's what I did tonight. Like, I'm pinpointing that that's a habit. And I'm talking about it because everybody in this world, I feel, does this. We have a habit of making things about us.
4P2.
And I think we have to do a better job of not making conversations about us. When a person did not come to us to hear about our experience, they came to share something. They came to share something about their life, their joy, their pain, whatever it is that they're sharing. Keep it about them. Don't immediately start referencing your own life, because that can cause people to be offended. And they have every reason to feel like you don't really care about them or what they're saying, because you just literally made it about you. And it ain't about meaning harm. I don't think anybody means harm when they do that, but it's just not cool. That's not a good way to listen and respond.
4P3.
And again, we have to be okay with not responding. We have to be okay with that. Every dialogue does not have to be a lengthy conversation back and forth. You don't have to always contribute something. Sometimes you just contribute this. You just listen and you stay focused on that, man. If that person says something that triggered something in your own experience, keep it to yourself, man. You don't have to share everything that comes up into your mind. And I think when you do that, it is selfish. Yeah, and this is what self-accountability sounds like. I'm not sad. Do I look sad? Do I look like I'm beating myself up? No, but I'm being self-reflective, and I'm being honest with myself in front of y'all that I have a quality that I need to work on. A quality that shows itself a lot, multiple times. And change doesn't always happen immediately. When you've developed a habit throughout your life, you didn't develop the habit in one day. So you should never expect that you're going to be able to break a habit in one day. But you can make the decision to really be self-accountable and give it real thought and effort to not be that person or to not do that thing, because it's going to continue to cause issues in your relationships and in your life. And you don't want that, do you? You don't want that. I'm not so stuck on being who I am, because that's the excuse people give themselves. Oh, I'm going to just be who I am. Well, you can be who you are, but it's who you are might really be keeping you from what is for you and keeping you from a happy life and what you really want in your life.